little horse. I would like to talk a little bit more about love. I have a husband and children, and I'm in the sort of daily grind of getting through the day and doing what you do, putting out fires, and I feel like my desire, but maybe it's not very clear, is to fall madly and passionately in love with my husband again. And
yeah, he needs to shape up, doesn't he?
He does. I'm struggling.
Well, you see, what's going on is that this is right where we began this seminar today, when we said that what is gets in the way of what you want. And then the conclusion is what is must not be right, because what is doesn't feel satisfying, so therefore what is must be wrong. But that is not true. It's absolutely not true in this case. Absolutely not. Say again.
Few, because I don't want it to not be. It needs to be.
But the thing is, what so often you are asking for is, okay, husband of mine, I'm not going to be in the receiving mode, but you need to give me what I want anyway. Take that in. Take that in. What do you mean? Why am I not in the receiving mode? Because you're noticing what you don't want. Well, yeah. But when you notice what you don't want, you can't be a vibrational match to what you do want. And then it's just this cycle where nobody's in harmony with what they want, so nobody's getting what they want, and they're blaming each other for not being happy. So what you want to say and mean, you might not want to say it out loud to anyone, but you might want to. But what you want to mean is, all right, world out there and up close to me, whether it's something that's happening in the world, whether it's something that happens in the nation or in the city or in the neighborhood or right in my house, I'm going to stop being such a reactor to what is, because that just perpetuates it. And I'm going to start being an actor of who I am and what I do want. I'm going to be less reactive. Well, saying it and actually doing it, it's not easy not to react, because you've built up the momentum of being a reactor. But we really want you to hear us when we say some meditation will change that, and you'll start changing. And at first, those around you who are accustomed to meeting you at the level that you're at will think you're withdrawing from them. They'll say things to you like, what? You don't care anymore? And your answer is, oh, I care so much, but I don't want to engage at this level. And something that will help you more than anything else that we could ask of you, we're going to tell you a story. It's going to seem off topic, but it is so on topic, and you're going to hear it. So a man was sitting in the hot seat one day, and he was talking about his family's house, his wife and children and himself living in a house, and they decided they wanted another house because this house was too small. It was getting run down. They didn't really like where it was so much. The yard was not thriving, and they decided they were going to sell that house and get another house. And it had been up for sale for quite some time, and not much was happening, way too long of time. And so we said, do you remember when you first found that house? Yes. He brightened a bit. We said, do you remember how you felt when you found it? And he said, we were so excited about it. He said, it was just right for our little family at the time. The bedrooms were all small, but the children were small. And the house, we could afford it. It was new to us. And we didn't have much furniture, but we brought what we had. And then as we could get more, we'd go get another piece. And it was so exciting. And we went to the nursery, and we'd buy another plant every Saturday, and we'd all plant it together. And as he was describing how he remembered feeling in the newness of that experience, his demeanor changed. Everyone in the audience could feel it. And 2 weeks later, his house sold. We said to him, you know what you're doing in your noticing what is with that house? You're sending an advertisement to the world that says, come and buy from me this house I no longer want. Come by this rundown, too small, not feeling good, sort of dilapidated, plants are all dying house. That's what he was broadcasting to the universe. No matter what the advertisement said, that's how he felt about it. And how you feel about it is what comes back to you. And once he reactivated how he once had felt, a family that was ready for their first new home, who was looking for what he was looking for, came not to the house, but to his feelings of what that house had been. So that's how you fall back in love with your house. We think you can do it with your husband.
Okay. Thank you.
Enough?
Yep.
This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment. And are you refreshed? Good. Now what? It's supposed to be fewer and fewer and fewer. You're getting stirred up right here.
Thank you. This is my first Abraham workshop, and I'm learning so much, so thank you. I'm wondering, in my career, I have a job that I love. I'm very satisfied there, and I feel successful. I've had an opportunity recently to have a change in direction, and it feels like it's an opportunity that I would like to take. When I think about both jobs, there are things I love about both. And so I'm wondering, how do you choose when I feel like the new job was manifested, and I'm not sure, how do you choose between the two?
Well, we appreciated your opening words to us about being new to this in a sense, and how much you felt like you'd come to know even today. So we want to say that had you been here sort of knowing what you're knowing, as this new experience came into your awareness, you would have known as it came along something that you might not know as clearly right now. And what we mean by that is, when you are already consciously following the path of least resistance, which is the same thing as following your feeling of alignment, you really can tell it. In other words, it is something that is very easy to distinguish when you are consciously aware as it is happening. After the fact, it's a little harder to sort out. These are the questions that we would ask of ourselves if we were standing in your physical shoes. Did this opportunity come out of my continual statement of appreciation of how happy I am where I am? Or did this opportunity arise because I was looking for some improvement and complaining about some of the things that weren't as I want them to be?
That's probably what it was.
Because if it came up out of that, then its potential to satisfy is not really the same.
I see.
Now that was easy to sort out, wasn't it?
Wow, when you put it that way.
Yeah. The optimum state of being is satisfied where I am and eager for more. Now think about that, getting ready to be 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 ready. So if I am practicing satisfaction while open and eager for something more, then the path is just going to continue to unfold, and then it will be as you described what you wanted from this. And now you've acknowledged your own awareness of that. We can tell you that we can feel the vibration of the new opportunity is lopsided. There are a few things that make it look better, and a whole lot of things that it will not be as satisfying as where you are. But you can have all of that. In other words, you just don't have to move right here, right now to there. Just stay in this place of appreciation while you continue to let the contrast help you to refine your intentions. There are a whole lot of you who are so satisfied with where you are in terms of the people you work with, and the freedom that you feel, and the ideas that flow from you, and the respect that you get and give, but you would like more money. And so it's all right for you to want more money, just don't get into a place of dissatisfaction. But if you make money be the thing, and then you're sort of vibrationally railing against what isn't, then you lose your momentum of all of the things that are working, and the slight improvement of the more money is missed, at least for now. That's helpful to a lot of you.
That's helpful. Thank
Really
you so
good.
much.
Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.